Well, damn, this audio quality is actually not that bad. That's crazy.
Your picture,
Hi guys, this is a blank screen. Now here's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, you knew that this was The Rock because of your cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex is the outer surface of the brain associated with higher thought processes such as consciousness, thought, emotion, reasoning, language, and memory. To demonstrate how this part of the brain works, I'd like to present to you this picture of a monkey. Now, as you can see in the diagram, the monkey sees action. He recognizes that the banana is food, and as a result, there is neuron activation in his cerebral cortex, as well as other parts of his brain. One such part would be the cerebrum. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, accounting for about 2/3 of the total weight of the brain, and is mainly responsible for integrating sensory impulses, directing motor activity, and controlling higher intellectual functions. When you move your hand, or walk, or chat with friends online instead of doing your psychology project and only work on it when it's due in 2 days, and no, I'm totally not talking about myself here, because I'm a very responsible human being who is very able to manage his time properly. Haha. You're using your cerebrum. Damage to either the cerebral cortex or cerebrum could cause paralysis and sensory impairment, as well as speech problems and aphasia. It could also cause problems with vision and the inability to do math. The corpus callosum, Latin for tough body, is the largest connective pathway in the brain, being made up of over 200 million nerve fibers. It connects the left and right hemispheres of the brain to ensure that both sides can communicate with each other. While it's not totally essential for survival, damage to the corpus callosum may cause involuntary emotional expression disorder and speech and movement problems. Speech problems.
You have 22 minutes before the solar system is destroyed.
The cerebellum is located under the cerebrum and is important for balance, maintaining posture, and coordinating muscle movements. Since the cerebellum is such an important part of the brain, any damage to it can be serious. Possible effects include loss of coordination of motor movement, the inability to judge distance, and movement tremors, among other things. The medulla oblongata. The what?
You're away.
The medulla oblongata, or at least that's how I think it's pronounced, passes messages between your spinal cord and brain. There's not much to say about it. It's pretty much you. Moving on, we have the
amygdala.
The amygdala. Yeah. Anyway, this thing is a small almond-shaped mass of gray matter located inside each cerebral hemisphere involved with the experiencing of emotions. The amygdala is commonly thought to form the core of a neural system for processing fearful and threatening stimuli, including threat detection and activation of fear-related behaviors in response to a dangerous or threatening stimuli. A great example of the amygdala in action might be the average sane person's response to this image of Heinz May Oreo, or perhaps this image of a pre-cracked egg. Damage to the amygdala can cause serious problems such as poor decision-making and impaired emotional memory. The pons is a small bulge situated between the medulla and midbrain, right in front of the cerebellum. It mostly serves as a node that relays neural impulses, governs voluntary movement, and transfers information between the medulla and cerebral cortex. Within the pons is the reticular formation, responsible for regulating sleep-wake cycles and filtering out irrelevant background stimuli, such as that one mic-chewing college roommate everyone has who stays up till 4 a.m. every night playing League of Legends and has to buy a new keyboard every 3 days. If the pons, and by extension the reticular formation, is damaged, one might experience complete loss of all muscle function except eye movement, as well as irregular sleep patterns. The hypothalamus is a small area in the center of the brain responsible for keeping the body in homeostasis. Homeostasis is a healthy, balanced state, and the hypothalamus helps your body achieve this state by acting as a connector between your endocrine and nervous systems. There's different systems of your body send signals to the brain. They alert the hypothalamus of any unbalanced factors, which causes it to respond accordingly by releasing specific hormones into the bloodstream. Examples of this include feelings of hunger, blood pressure, heart rate, body temperature, and etc. To wrap this project up, here's the thalamus. I'm running out of jokes to make, but the thalamus is a mostly gray matter structure composed of many different nuclei that each serve separate unique functions, ranging from relaying sensory information and motor signals to regulating consciousness. My thalamus must be on overtime though, because it's nearly 12 a.m. as I'm recording this, and the bed is looking extra good tonight, so I really just want to go pass out. Unfortunately, I have a lot of editing to do now. Damage to the thalamus mainly causes sensory issues, but it can also affect speech patterns and cause apathy and memory problems. That's about it for my video. The editing was probably super scuffed because I suck. See ya.